journeying through history, unveiling the Shang Dynasty's legends. Navigating through the vast river of history, we embark on a quest to unearth ancient tales that stir the soul. Today, let me guide you through the mysteries of records of the grand historian, unraveling the legendary veil of the Shang Dynasty. In this brief journey, I will bring these ancient heroes to life, showcasing their wisdom and bravery with vivid storytelling. If these stories intrigue you, feel free to delve deeper on your own. I welcome any comments or suggestions on my videos. Last time, we discussed how Tang overthrew the Xia dynasty, heralding the advent of the new Shang dynasty. Let's now explore Tang's early life and rise to power. Qi, the progenitor of the Yin clan and son of Emperor Ku, was rewarded by Yu the Great for his assistance in controlling the floods. Yu bestowed upon him the governance of the Shang region and granted him the surname Zi. Tang, born Tianyi, was the 13th descendant of Qi. The family relocated 8 times, finally settling in Bo, the former residence of Emperor Ku. King Tang's conquest began with the subjugation of Gubo, a battle sparked by a dispute over sacrificial rites. King Tang sternly declared, "Those who defy me will face severe punishment, without mercy." This proclamation was later immortalized in the Tang's campaigned chapter, bearing witness to history. Yin, also known as Aheng, yearned to assist Tang but lacked a direct approach. Legend has it that he disguised himself as a slave, toiling in the kitchen to get close to Tang. Another tale tells of Tang inviting him 5 times before Yin finally agreed to assist. Under Yin's counsel, Tang effectively governed the state. Yin once left Tang to visit the Xia lands. Disgusted by the depravity he witnessed, he returned to Bo. Entering the city through the north gate, he encountered Tang's ministers, Nu Jiao and Nu Fang. Their conversations were recorded in the chapters Nu Jiao and Nu Fang. Tang was known for his upright character, fair governance, and compassion. During a hunt, appalled by the practice of surrounding the hunting ground with nets that left no escape for the animals, Tang ordered 3 of the nets removed, sparing the lives of many creatures. During this turbulent era, Xia King Jie's brutality and tyranny ignited widespread resentment. The Kunwa clan, among the vassals, was notorious for its misdeeds. Resolute in rectifying the realm, King Tang led an expedition against them. Before the battle, his rousing speech to the troops was recorded in the Tang's Oath chapter of the Book of Documents, echoing through the ages. Jie was defeated at the Battle of Mingtiao, fleeing to Nanchao. Tang pursued, capturing precious jade, which inspired Yi Bo and Zhong Bo to write the Canon of Treasures. Tang's victory over Xia prompted an unsuccessful attempt to replace the land's tutelary deity, resulting in the Xia's Ultra chapter. Yin reported to Tang about the conditions across the lands. With the vassals now loyal to Tang, he ascended as the Son of Heaven. On his return journey, Tang stopped at Taiwan, where his minister Zhong Hui composed a proclamation, later included in the Zhong Hui's Proclamation chapter of the Book of Documents. Having overthrown the Xia dynasty, Tang issued the Tang's proclamation back in Bo, communicating his decree to all vassals. This period also saw Yin's universal virtue and Gao Dan's bright dwelling. Consequently, Tang reformed the calendar, designating the first month of the year as Jianqiu and changing the color scheme of chariots and horses to predominantly white. Court audiences with the Son of Heaven were henceforth held in daylight. After Tang's demise, the throne passed through his sons in quick succession, eventually falling to his eldest grandson, Tai Jia, marking a new chapter in the Shang dynasty. Yin, to admonish Tai Jia, composed Yi's instructions, the 4 commands, and following the past. Emperor Tai Jia ruled for 3 years with ignorance and cruelty, neglecting Tang's laws and moral decay. Yin then exiled him to Tong Palace for a duration of 3 years. During this time, Yin assumed regency, receiving the homage of the vassals. 3 years later, having reflected on his faults, Tai Jia was recalled by Yin and restored to the throne. Under his renewed leadership, Tai Jia's character greatly improved, earning the loyalty of vassals and bringing peace to the people. Yin, impressed by his transformation, composed the three teachings of Tai Jia, honoring him as Tai Zong. After Tai Zong, Wu Ding ascended the throne, marking an end of an era as Yin passed away during his reign. Following Yin's burial, Jiu Dan commemorated his contributions by writing Wu Ding. Succeeding Wu Ding, Tai Geng took the throne, followed by Xiao Jia and Yongji. During their reigns, the Shang Dynasty gradually declined, with the vassals' allegiance wavering. After Yongji, Tai Wu ascended, appointing Yiji as his chancellor. A peculiar natural phenomenon during his reign, a mulberry and grain tree growing together overnight, caused great alarm. However, Yiji's wisdom reassured Tai Wu, advising him to improve his virtues. Heeding this advice, the bizarre tree withered away. Yiji's success was later celebrated in Xianai and Tai Wu. In the temple, Tai Wu praised Yiji, who humbly declined the honor, resulting in the composition of Yuan Ming. Under Tai Wu's leadership, the Shang Dynasty briefly revived, earning him the title Zhongzong. Following Zhongzong, his son Zhongding ascended. Under his reign, the capital was moved to Ao, while he Dan Jia and Zhu Ding relocated to Xiang and Xing, respectively. After Zhongding's death, his brother Weiren took the throne as Emperor Weiren. The Zhongding chapter in the Book of Documents is now lost to history. Weiren was succeeded by his brother Hedan Jia, known as Emperor Hedan Jia. Under his rule, the Shang Dynasty faced another decline. After Hedan Jia's death, 13 generations passed, with the fourth generation onward marked by fraternal strife for the throne, leading to 9 generations of turmoil. This discord dissuaded vassals from paying homage. During Emperor Pangeng's reign, the Shang Dynasty had moved its capital 5 times, struggling to find stability. Pangeng then relocated south across the river, settling in Bo, where he implemented Tang's governance methods. This decision brought peace to the people and a resurgence in Shang's power, with vassals returning to pay homage. Following Pangeng, Xiao Xian ascended as Emperor Xiao Xian. However, under his rule, the Shang Dynasty again declined. The people, reminiscing about Pangeng's reign, composed the 3 chapters of Pangeng. 3 generations later, following the death of Emperor Wu Ding, his son Zhu Geng ascended. Zhu Ji praised Wu Ding for his virtues inspired by a peculiar wild chicken, erecting a temple in his honor and bestowing upon him the title Gaozong. Thus, Gaozong Yuri and Sun were written. When the 5th generation passed, and Xian ascended to the throne, known as Emperor Xian, he became the infamous King Zhou. King Zhou was naturally intelligent, agile, and exceptionally strong, capable of wrestling wild beasts barehanded and known for his eloquent speech. However, his talents led to arrogance. He indulged in alcohol, excessive pleasure, and had a strong desire for women. He increased taxes, constructed the deer terrace, expanded gardens and pavilions, and kept numerous exotic animals. He filled large pools with wine and hung meats like a forest, allowing men and women to chase each other unclothed and indulge in drinking all night. The people resented him, and the vassals suffered. King Zhou then intensified legal punishments and invented the brutal burning punishment. He appointed Lord Zhou, Lord Jiu, and Lord Yi as the 3 dukes. Lord Jiu's beautiful daughter was offered to King Zhou. Disgusted by his debauchery, she refused him, infuriating King Zhou, who killed her and minced Lord Jiu into meat sauce. Lord Yi fiercely contested this, leading to his execution and desiccation into jerky. Upon hearing this, Lord Zhou, privately sighing over the tyranny, was betrayed to King Zhou by Chong Ho Hu. Zhou was then imprisoned in Yuli. Zhou's ministers, Hong Yao and others, presented beautiful women, rare treasures, and fine horses to King Zhou, earning Zhou's pardon. After his release, Zhou offered land west of the Luo River, persuading King Zhou to abolish the burning punishment. Returning to his state, Zhou discreetly practiced virtue and benevolence. Numerous vassals, disillusioned with King Zhou, defected to Zhou's side. Zhou's power grew, while King Zhou's authority gradually eroded. King Zhou's tyranny escalated, ignoring repeated admonitions from his minister Weizi. Bygone, another minister, vehemently protested in front of King Zhou. Enraged, King Zhou claimed, "I've heard a sage's heart has 7 apertures." He then gruesomely cut open Bygone's chest to examine his heart. Bygone's loyal heart was not tolerated by the tyrant King Zhou, and his tragic sacrifice became a perpetual pain in history. King Wu of Zhou led a coalition of vassals against King Zhou, who also mobilized troops at the Mai battlefield. On the day of Jiazi, King Zhou's army was decisively defeated. Fleeing back, King Zhou ascended the Deer Terrace, donned his jade suit, and perished in flames, ending his reign in tragedy as the last emperor of the Shang Dynasty. King Wu of Zhou beheaded King Zhou, displaying the head on the Dubai flag, and executed Daji. He then enthroned King Zhou's son Wugong Lu Fu as the ruler, continuing the ancestral worship of Shang and instructing him to follow Pangong's governance. The Yin people rejoiced. Thus, King Wu of Zhou became the son of heaven. The Xia and Shang dynasties, initially known as emperors, were later demoted to kings. The descendants of the Yin kings were enfeoffed as vassals under the Zhou dynasty. After King Wu of Zhou's death, Wu Gong collaborated with King Wu's brothers, Guan Shu and Kai Shu, in rebellion. King Qing of Zhou appointed Duke Zhou to suppress the revolt, leading to Wu Gong's execution. He then established Weizi as the Duke of Song, ensuring the continued worship of Shang's ancestors. Sima Qian, the author of Records of the Grand Historian, stated, "I recount the deeds of Qi based on the Song of Shang." The events following Tang are narrated according to the Book of Documents and the Book of Songs. Our exploration of the Shang dynasty temporarily concludes here, but the chapters of history never cease to turn. In the twilight of the Shang dynasty, how will the rise of the Zhou dynasty reshape this ancient land? Stay tuned for our next historical exploration. Interested viewers are encouraged to explore further on their own.